Welcome to Sand Compounding. This is Sandeep, Anand. Let's discuss a new trend that is fast capturing the markets and also how the enterprises are transforming the way they are running their operations and IT landscape. And that is the advent of hybrid cloud. Hybrid somewhat used to exist in a different primitive way, which used to be the virtualization, and that has matured into the public cloud, fast captured across enterprises. And now the next trend is the hybrid. Hybrid is, as the name says, it's a combination of both public cloud and private cloud. It helps the enterprises to gain benefits from the massive scaling that is possible with the public cloud, and at the same time keeping the data secure and sensitivity of the data, especially for the financial and some of the retail firms. It's very helpful to get the best of breed of both public and private. And hybrid cloud also is defining a new era of stocks from an investing standpoint. So I thought it's important as an investor to understand what hybrid cloud means. Let's get into the details of hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud offers the scalability and flexibility of the public cloud, along with the ability to keep data secure and the company's data center under its ultimate control. It's truly a best of both worlds scenario, and that's fast emerging. And earlier, the current complaint or the current constraints of firms to adopt to cloud has been that the data security has been a big challenge, and regulatory firms were not allowing financial and insurance firms to move their data out of the premise. And that problem is now solved with the advent of hybrid cloud models. Hybrid cloud models typically allows the data, sensitive data, PII data, to be kept in within the premises or on premise, and add rest of the IT assets and infrastructure to the public cloud, which could be a third party like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. Now, this way they can really capitalize on faster turnaround and also quick scalability by adopting to the public cloud, which is the strength of public cloud in terms of scalability and flexibility. And they could add more computing, more network bandwidth, or even storage space as a backup also from a disaster recovery standpoint onto the public cloud, whereas keep the sensitive data within the premises and thereby meet both the demands. Now, these hybrid cloud offerings are built on a software-defined data center (SDDC) so-called architecture, and they leverage the cloud providers' compute, networking, and storage technologies. Early adopters and incumbent firms that created and drove the hyper-converged infrastructure (HCI) plus the virtualization. This is the erstwhile private cloud, but with virtualization concept, which was driven by many firms like Nutanix and VMware, and they are going to benefit from this move to the or transformation to this hybrid strategy, because hyper-converged infrastructure is a category, it's a base layer, and it's a category of scale-out software integrated infrastructure, and it applies modular approach to compute, network, and storage on standard hardware, leveraging distributed horizontal building blocks under unified management. Now, the key term there is unified management, because there are different products coming in the market to achieve this combination, especially on the unified management, where they could centrally command and control the capacity planning and also the performance measures. So hybrid cloud from an investing standpoint, how does it affect an investor? Now, there is a key trend developing, that is 70% of the global companies are yet to migrate or adopt to cloud, and the primary concern, as we discussed, has been the data sensitivity and regulatory constraints and migration complexity from the legacy nature. Now, hybrid cloud solves all of these or most of these problems, and hence this is going to be at a vantage point and is tend to gain from the next way of cloud journey for the enterprises. Key players, there are many players. We all know the public cloud players, which we had discussed in our earlier cloud sessions, but here the key industry players are the VMware, Nutanix, and NetApp. VMware has created a common operating environment across VMware based on-premises environments and VMware based public cloud infrastructure. They have also now recently partnered with VMware Cloud on AWS, native public clouds, and on on Azure and Google Cloud Platform technologies. And VMware has a host of products across these areas, like VMware Cloud Foundation, VMware vRealize, and it's at a vantage point for VMware because the new partnerships with AWS, Azure, and Google are going to drive the hybrid strategy, and they have a great technology strength in terms of leveraging on the virtualization and hyper-converged infrastructure that they had established a long time ago. Now, Nutanix again is a strong player in the HCI and a leader in Gartner, but then they are yet to establish or execute their hybrid strategy. We will wait and watch. But overall, this is a great transformative story that is building up. Hope these transformative technology trends and sessions are very useful from an investment standpoint.